Welcome to STB Exam Forum. In this session, we are going to cover static GK portion, and the topic for today is sports. Okay, and this session will be primarily beneficial for those people who are preparing for SSC ISRO exam for year 2023. Okay, and the topic for today will be number of players in games. Okay, so you might have seen question like this: how many players are there in these sports? Okay, so as you know, these type of question are very simple, but sometimes we forgot. Okay, so this video is for your revision purpose only. Okay, so if you know and you are very comfortable, you can skip this video, and those who have not gone through this topic, they can look at once. Okay, so let's begin this session. So there are many important topics in sport, like number of players in the game, terms used in sports, like if I ask backstick or caddy, in which sport it is being used, so you should know all these terms. Okay, the next important topic is size. Generally now these days they are not asking about size, like size of the field, size of the ball or bat. Okay, so you can ignore this topic. Coming to the next is trophy association, to which sports this trophy is associated, that you should know those type of question also. Okay, so primarily today's session will be on the number of players in the sports. Okay, these topics in future we will try to bring. Okay, the other topic includes like events in Olympics, Commonwealth game, National Asian game, World Cup, etc. Okay, these are primarily current affairs, right? Like event hosting, current and next, that also you should prepare. Then count related, number of medals, who has topped, how many medals India bagged, that also you need to look. Okay, and the famous personality, this is very important for ISRO exam. Okay, so to which sports the famous personality is associated, that type of question you also need to prepare. Okay, so today topic will be on the number of players. Okay, so these topic I will cover in the upcoming session after a few days. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin this session. Okay, be comfortable and take a pen and pencil to note down what we are going to tell. Okay, so the number of players in sports or game, the first one is 1. Okay, 1 means 1 player in each side. So there will be 2 teams, okay, or 2 sides, and 1 player is in each side. Okay, so what are those sports which have 1 player on each side? Can you guess? This is a very simple one. Yes, like boxing. So if you have seen boxing match, generally it is 1-to-1 match, right? Like chess, chess is never teamed up chess. Okay, so it is also 1-to-1. Okay, so the number of player on each side in these 2 games are 1. These are very simple one. And wrestling, as you can see, there are only 1:1 match. There is no tag team type. If you are seen in WWE, that is not wrestling at all. I am talking about professional wrestling, like what you have seen in Sushil Kumar case or Yogendra Yadav. Okay, so those type of wrestling have generally 1 player on each side, right? Next is billiard, a very famous personality like Pankaj Advani. So you must have seen him playing billiards, okay, or snookers. So these games have 1 player in each side. Okay, so if you know all these, well and good. If you don't know, you can take a screenshot and just write on your notebook as well. Coming to the next is 1 or 2, that is single or double in each side. Okay, so let's see this games. First one is badminton. Okay, so you must have seen single badminton like Saina Nehwal or Mahesh Bhupati. Okay, so they can play either single or double or mixed double. Okay, or it is man, or mixed means man and woman both. Okay, so generally on each side it can be either 1 or 2. Similarly, if you see tennis, Mahesh Bhupati is related to tennis, so you must have seen those people playing tennis in either single or double or mixed double like badminton, right? Next, similarly to tennis, it is table tennis. Okay, so let's see the next number of player, and there are 3 player on each side. Let's see what is the sports. Can you guess any sports? So there is no sport at all. Okay, so 3 player on each side, there is no sport. Okay, coming to the next count quickly is 4 player on each side. This is very important, student. Just remember, this is very important, and this has been asked in DRDO exam as well, and the answer is polo. Okay, so polo has 4 player on each side. Okay, so polo is a game which have 4 player on each side. Coming to the next is 5 player on each side, and the first game and the important game is basketball. Remember, student, basketball has 5 player on each side. Generally student forgot this, so basketball has 5 player on each side. Okay, these are confusing one. You can make it as important while preparing your note. Okay, let's see, the next is number of player in sports and games is 6 player on each side. Can you tell any game? Yes, volleyball. So you must have played volleyball in your school days. So there are 6 player on each side, and coming to the next is 7 player on each side. This is very important one again, and the first one is water polo. So we have seen polo, ground polo has 4 player on each side, whereas water polo has 7 player on each side. Okay, the next game is netball. Netball has also 7 player on each side, and our Indian game kabaddi. Okay, so kabaddi has also 7 player in it. Okay, so you remember, this is also important. So 7 player in kabaddi is there. Okay, quickly moving to the next is number of player is 8 players on each side, and the first and game, there is no game having 8 player on each side, so well and good. So there are no game having 8 player on each side, right? Coming to the count number 9 player on each side, and this is baseball, student. Remember, baseball. Basketball has 5 players in each side, and baseball has 9 player on each side. Okay, these are little confusing. Just remember, baseball has 9 player in it. Okay, then Kho-Kho, our Indian traditional game, Kho-Kho has also 9 player in it. And if I ask Kabaddi, Kabaddi has 7 player in it. Okay, so just try to remember all these sports. Coming to the next is 10. Again, 10 player on each side. There is no such game. Okay, and 11, as you know, this is very popular, our favorite, cricket, hockey and football. So all these 3 games have 11 player on each side. Okay, these are very simple one. All of us know cricket, hockey and football, because primarily these are very elite form of games. Okay, because we generally follow these games, so that's why we know 11 player on each side is there in these sports. Okay, let's see, the next is 15. So 12, 13, 14, there are no such game, and 15 player on each side. There is one sport, and that is very important and played in America, is rugby. Okay, it is rugby football. Okay, so in rugby there are 15 player on each side. Okay, just note it down, 15. Yes. Coming to the next is a number of players where several players compete each other simultaneously. Okay, so you must have seen in gymnastics, so several competitor plays simultaneously. Like golf, again golf has several players kicking around all over the field. Okay, and you can easily say mostly athletic sports are generally several players where they compete simultaneously. Okay, so that's it, student. I hope I give you some information, some static knowledge to you. And if you like this video, you can play a hit like button and subscribe to our channel. Okay. And one more thing, we have our playlist Let's Solve PYQ. If you have not watched that video, you can watch those videos and playlist. Okay. So thank you for watching, and if you have anything to say, you can write in our comment box. We will try to answer that question. Okay. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.